like the maker of peace. If you're not that much of a history buff, we have something for everyone. We have a bird blind for people who are interested in checking out the birds that are here in the park.
There's a male and a female. He's got a black and white head. So pretty.
We have hiking and biking trails, as well as campsites and day-use picnic areas available.
Okay, so I'm showing 5:30 on the clock here, so I'll go ahead and open up Planning Commission meeting for July the 23rd, 2025. Ms. Martinez, could you please call roll?
Yes. Chairman York is absent. Vice Chairman Salazar Garza.
Here.
Commissioner Miller.
Here.
Commissioner Mandel.
Here.
Commissioner Munoz is absent at this time. Commissioner Hedrick.
Here.
Commissioner Budd.
Here.
Commissioner Cantu.
Here.
And Commissioner Tuckelman.
Here.
We have a quorum to conduct this meeting.
Okay, thank you. Could you go ahead and read us the rules for public comment, please?
Yes, ma'am. Citizens will be allowed to attend and make public comments in person at the City Planning Commission's meeting. The public is invited to speak on any agenda item and any other items that pertain to the Planning Commission. Comments are limited to 3 minutes. If you choose to speak during this period, you will not be allowed to speak again when the specified item is being considered in order of the agenda.
Thank you. Next, I'll go ahead and open up the general public comment for anything not pertaining to any particular item on tonight's agenda. If anybody would like to come and speak, I see none, then I'll go ahead and close the public comment and move on to the approval of absences for Commissioner Miller.
Commissioner Mandel, I move that we approve the absence of Commissioner Miller from the July 9th, 2025 meeting.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. Moving on to the approval of minutes for July 9th, 2025. I have a motion.
I'll make a motion to pass.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. Now moving. Let it be noted that Commissioner Munoz has walked in. That's okay.
Welcome, Caption. Welcome.
Moving on to the consent public hearing and discussion and possible action for items A, B, C, and D. Mr. Andrew?
Thank you, Madam Vice Chair. Reading in tonight's consent agenda, just for the record, Andrew Demas with Development Services. Starting with plats, item number 2, preliminary plat, Oso Ranch Unit 1B. Item number 3, a replat, Linwood Place Unit 1. Item number 4, a replat for Bessar Park. Item number 5, a replat for Surrey Place Unit 1. Item 6, replat for Flower Bluff Estates. Item 7, final plat, Southside Storage Tract. Item number 8, final plat, Kosar Addition. Staff has reviewed the plats as submitted. They have been deemed acceptable by the Technical Review Committee as consistent with Texas Local Government Code as well as the UDC. Staff recommends approval. Under letter B, plat conditional approval, we have 2. Item number 9, a preliminary plat for Yellowstone. And item number 10, a final plat for Kings Landing Unit 11. Staff has also prepared the comments, recommends approval of the 2 conditional approval plats. Under letter C, time extension, we have 1. Item 11, an extension request for 1 year for Azali District 1. This is their first request. Staff recommends approval. And finally, letter D for zoning, item number 12. This is zoning case ZN 8769, Gary W. Crook in District 1. He is requesting a rezoning along Northwest Boulevard from the RS6 Single Family 6 District to the ON Neighborhood Office District. Staff recommends approval. That concludes tonight's consent agenda. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to address them.
Okay. Thank you, Andrew. Commissioner Hendrick will be abstaining from items 9 and 10. So I think what we'll do is go ahead and I guess we can do those first. Commissioners, do we have any questions for items 9 and 10?
I have a question for item 9 on the Yellowstone plat. Was there a reason that I guess all the entrances to that subdivision are on that one road? They weren't going north, south, or east? Or north, east, or west?
The 2 access points would be along Warrior Drive and along Haven.
Okay. So that is Warrior Drive, or is there empty land next to that?
Correct. Warrior Drive will be to the east, and then the southern road is Haven.
So that's not commercial land next to it?
It is owned commercial, but
Okay.
it would still be a point of access.
So the subdivision can go through that commercial land, or?
The entire subdivision, so we're considering the preliminary plat, but yes, you can have access roads cross through commercial into residential. Not uncommon. We see that all the time along Yorktown.
Okay, okay. All right, that's answered that.
Commissioners, do you have any other questions for items 9 and 10? If not, then I'll go ahead and open up the consent public hearing for items 9 and 10, if anybody would like to come and speak on those items. If not, then I'll go ahead and close the consent public hearing, discussion and possible actions for items 9 and 10, and entertain a motion or more discussion.
I make a motion that we approve items 9 and 10 as presented by staff.
A second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. Moving on to the items, what would it be? Okay, so commissioners, do we have any questions for items 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, and 12.
This is Commissioner Munoz. I have a question on item number 3. I noticed that there was 2 lots on that plat that were deemed unbuildable because of AT&T easements.
Yes, sir.
It also says there's a utility easement, so the utility easement is being abandoned, but the AT&T easement will still be in place?
AT&T easement's going to be relocated, so after discussion with the applicant, they have 2 options: either place the entire project on hold and wait for the realignment of the AT&T easement, or label them non-buildable for now, allow AT&T to do its reroute, in which he has to negotiate terms with that. That gets him into play to still build 5, 6 houses for those platted lots. Then he can come back, amend his plat once that easement has been rerouted to open those 2 lots up for development.
Okay, so that answered my next question. My next question was, if they're deemed unbuildable, is there any requirements for those unbuildable lots, but they will be buildable once that AT&T easement is relocated?
Precisely.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, do we have any other questions?
I have a question about item 12. Andrew, we looked at this property years ago,
2022.
and at the time, I felt like it was kind of a contentious case.
They were requesting CG2 on the first go-round in October 22, according to my notes, for Vet's office. So the negotiation was, let's rezone half going down to Northwest Boulevard and call it a day. The new owner has come in and said, well, we still want to do some commercial development. Looking at what's surrounding on either side, neighborhood office was that compromise for the other 2 cases that had gone back even further, back to 2010. So we recommended ON as that compromise to still allow them to put an office there. It would not have any type of retail business. It wouldn't have any after-hours businesses. It wouldn't have storage. It would purely be office or multifamily are the 2 main uses that you see in the office district.
And is the, I mean, I know that they can do whatever they want with the property, but is the intent to do parking, or is there going to be a storefront facing Riverwood Drive?
It allows the opportunity for another access point and parking. So ON is the minimum district you need for commercial parking. So if you ever want to open up, let's say that Vet's office wants to expand or a new business comes in, that allows them to move parking further to the north.
And I know that occasionally, whenever the agenda gets posted, that the any kind of protests or anything submitted don't always make it to Legistar. So has there been any?
All quiet on the Western Front?
Okay, I'm good with it.
Okay,
I got a question on relating to number 11. It's more of a procedural question. At what point did the city of Corpus requiring PI plans to be submitted with a plat to be approved?
PI plans have to be submitted. That was as state law changed. So 2 cycles ago, we changed it, I believe, it was either October, November last year. And then we had to do, that's when it was approved. Then we had to go through a whole code amendment. And so it was at the beginning of this year in which we had to publish the list in the UDC of exactly what is required to be deemed complete. Yeah. And that's when we added PI plans. Now, they don't have to be approved. They only have to be submitted with the final plat.
So whenever someone is doing a time extension, is that a new requirement at that point? So say we have a plat that's on its 2nd or 3rd time extension that, started before the new rule was in place. Do they have to do that?
So the reason they're asking for the time extension is they're still working through their PI plans.
Right. But for other plats that we're asking for extensions on, is that a requirement moving forward, or is that just kind of for us to decide?
And that's a rub with any code change. So anytime we set the UDC, so long as a plat is alive, meaning it was approved by Planning Commission, if it's kept alive by time extension, they are vested under old language. Now, if that plat expires and they reapply, then they would have to submit public improvements at that time.
Gotcha. Thank you.
okay, so we have any other questions for staff, commissioners? If not, then I now go ahead and open up the consent public hearing for, I guess I have to read them all. Items 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, and 12. Anyone like to come and speak on these items? If not, then I'll go ahead and close the consent public hearing and entertain a motion or further discussion?
I'll make a motion that we approve the remaining items as presented by staff.
Second?
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. Okay, moving on to Director's Report.
The only item, just for the record, Andrew Demas with Development Services, only item is we will have a new member joining us to fill Chairman York's former position. His name is Matt Treifke. I think I'm pronouncing that.
Tiefke, I think is how he's,
Thank you.
but I could be wrong.
Tiefke sounds probably better than I pronounced it, so I'm going to go with that.
I'm gonna call him Matty T.
That's a good nickname. I like it. So he is set to be sworn in. We're going to have an internal orientation, as we do with any new planning commissioner joining, explaining zoning, plating, all of the fun stuff you get to deal with on a bi-monthly basis. And then we will have the election of officers at the next planning commission hearing.
Sounds
All right.
good.
That's it for director's report.
Well, then if no further reports or anything else we'd like to talk about, then I'll just go ahead and
Adjourn.
adjourn. Letting y'all hold on a little bit.